Okay, what I've got here is a set of special keys. When you buy these special keys, you get them between, some of them are a set of 3 like that, or some of them are a set of 4. Basically what these are, they're bump keys and they're cut to different depths. So the idea is, you work through them in order. If you have a look at the keys, see on that one there, it says number 3. Basically all these keys are numbered, starting at number 1, as you can see there, and going up to number 4 in the case of Yale. Some of the others it's just up to number 3. So the basic idea is that you're going to use them like a bump key. Now with a bump key, a lot of the time you'll put a rubber washer, like this one here, and you'll put it on, and what it is, when you bump the lock, right, see how the washer on this one's stopping the peak of the key in between, before the last 2 pins. Well, you want it so that the end point of that key is in between those last 2 pins, so when you bump it, it knocks the pins up. That's how you open the lock. Now on bump keys, normally you'd have these shoulders filed down, you put a washer on, each time you hit it with the hammer it'll bump it and reset it each time to that position, so you'll go bump, the washer pushes it out, resets it. For these special keys you don't need a washer. So basically all you do, put number 1 in, spend say 30 seconds on number 1. If number 1 hasn't opened the lock, you go to number 2, number 3, number 4. They say if you get to number 4, once you've done all 4 of them, you've normally opened the lock between these 4 keys. It opens about 90% of all Yale locks. That's these tumbler type Yale locks. A lot of the cylinder type you need to shave the shoulders off and make proper bump keys, because obviously they're longer and the 6 pin. Now this is a standard Yale, so we're going to start with number 1 and give it a go. I've left all my stuff in the house, so I haven't even got my proper bump hammer, so I'm going to be using cheapskate version, a screwdriver. Now this one's a rubber handled screwdriver. Oh, and it's Stanley, that makes it better, yeah. You don't actually need a rubber handled one. I used to use a plastic one all the time. Just as good really, it doesn't really matter. So all you're doing, putting your key in. Now if I was to put the key all the way in to there, it's actually gone past the end pin. So after every time you've hit it with the screwdriver, you need to pull it out just slightly. Yeah, so if you gauge it there, see how it's just this little piece here where the shoulder is that comes out past the lock. Yeah, so all you're doing, put it in, pull that out to that small amount. I have to just alter my hand to hold the lock here. Right, and then the small turning pressure at the bottom with your finger and your thumb at the top on the lock. Obviously if you're doing it on a door, you're doing it that way. Sorry, that way like that. And then you hit it with the hammer in the middle. As soon as it goes, you'll turn the key. But for demonstration purposes and ease, while I've got the camera balanced on my chest, I'm going to do it sideways on. So basically you're just doing a hit. It's not opened it, pull it out again, hit. Just repeat this a few times. So I'll try and keep this in shot all the time. You don't need much turning pressure. When it does actually go, you know, you don't need much pressure at all to turn the key. It practically just jumps up and does it itself, to be honest with you. So I'm lazy, I can't be bothered waiting the full 30 seconds. I've had a few hits with this Yale lock. I've not got it open, so I'm going to go on to number 2 now. Number 3, number 2. Just show you that so you know I'm not lagging in any way. It's number 2. So we put number 2 in, pull it out that small amount again. Tap it in. Normally, to be honest with you, if number 1 doesn't do it, it's normally number 3 on most of the locks I've tried these on. But you know, I always stick to the same process because you just know that when you start cutting corners and going straight to number 3, then you'll do number 4, you'll end up coming back to number 2, and it's always the last one, isn't it, that opens the door. But you don't, there's no skill in this, it's just a case of tapping it each time with a screwdriver or wooden spoon. anything you use. Most people use a wooden spoon because you don't overhit it then. So I'll just show you that key. We're on trying number 3 now. Let me get that in the light. There you go, number 3. You can see that. Trying number 3. See now, number 3, I can feel that it is a little bit higher on the pins because I do quite a lot of bumping, so I can feel. There you go, it's open. So number 3's just bumped that open now, and that's it. You're into the lock. Give it another go. Now we know it's number 3. It shouldn't take too long to bump. It only took a couple of hits. He says, and now it's going to look really stupid, but there you go. It is number 3. I can feel it on the pins inside. You get used to, you know, once you've bumped quite a lot of locks, you get used to that feeling. There you go, number 3, it's open again. Yeah, can you see that? No scam behind it, they do genuinely work. I'll give number 4 a go, just because I've got it here. Let me just get the light on it so you can see it's number 4. Can you see that? I'm not sure whether you can see it. Anyway, this is number 4. Fits in the lock. At the end of the day, if these keys fit in the lock, it's worth having a go. You never know. Might find number 4 actually does it quicker. It might not even bump it at all. But as you've just seen, even without number 4, we've opened the lock on number 3. Don't look like number 4 is going to open it, but number 3 done it with ease. Oh, there you go, number 4's opened it as well now. They're an amazing set of keys.